Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ronda Taylor Bullock. I am the co-founder and lead curator at We Are. We Are stands for Working to Extend Anti-Racist Education. And I'm coming to you all in this moment to say thank you so much to those of you who were able to attend and view our CRT Town Hall that we had yesterday, December 14th, Tuesday evening. And just to say thank you to you all as attendees who stuck with us through some technical difficulties. Thank you all to our panelists and our other invited guests and elected leaders and educators and officials in our community. And I also want to apologize to those of you who were unable to log in and you had pre-registered. So it was a little bit of a lead curator error in trying to work through and navigate Zoom and thinking that we had capacity that we did not have. And so I apologize to you on behalf of our staff. I would like to say that in this email, we are sharing with you all a link to the video from last night. It is also on our Facebook page. So if you get a chance, please check it out. Also, please know that this isn't the last conversation that we'll be having around CRT and the recent uprising and white supremacy in our country. So I just want you all to, again, apologize to those of you who could not get in. This is just one part of the many different pieces of engagement, sessions of engagement that we'll have around this topic. Also, just want to let you all know that we will be hosting our conference in March, our annual Let's Talk Racism conference. If you go to letstalkracism.com, you will find this page. And this year, our theme is seeing critical race theory in our schools, from theory to praxis. So for those of you who want to see what CRT looks like in praxis or in practice in schools, then by all means, please sign up and attend this conference. We co-host this event annually with North Carolina Central University School of Education and Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream. Again, if you go to the website, you can find out more information about this event, and you can also register on the site. Speaking of seeing CRT in our schools, there were a few takeaways that we wanted to make sure that you all had. One is that while teachers, most educators by and large, are not explicitly teaching a critical race theory in their schools, they're not explicitly teaching the theory, right? However, we do have educators who are embodying critical race theory ideas and tenets in their classroom, in their curriculum. And what we want to say about that is this is a good thing. If a school or an educator or a school system is utilizing a critical race theory framework that is forward thinking, it is rooted in truth, it is rooted in telling a holistic history of our country, it's rooted in critical thinking. And so these are the things that we want our schools to do. It has not traditionally been the norm of practice. And for some people that makes them uncomfortable. And we tell them to lean into that discomfort because that's the place where transformational learning will occur. But we just want to reiterate that if you find a school or school system or an educator who is leading and teaching and reflecting CRT pedagogy, the CRT framework in their practice, that is a good thing. You have found a good thing. That educator, that school system, that school needs more resources. Okay, if that's what you found, because this is a good, the framework is a tool for helping us to rethink and reimagine what a liberatory education should look like. And so, we are against this anti-CRT rhetoric that's currently abounding, and the negative narratives about a CRT framework. So we wanted to make sure we were clear on that. And then two, we wanted to make sure that you all understand that while we center this conversation around CRT, that is larger than that. Remember, we talked about CRT being a cover being the scapegoat for issues, and real issues that we should be focusing on are recovering from the pandemic. How are we providing housing, access to housing? How are we providing better quality education and funding education? And how are we disrupting evictions with housing? How are we providing access to medical care and job security and economic security? These are the conversations that our political officials should be talking about. Instead, they're using CRT to stoke racial fear and to build a white supremacist base, because they have found success, political success, in stoking that fear. And that's using a CRT lens. If you zoom out historically, that has been beneficial to those political leaders. And so we want to disrupt that. We want to make it clear that while the language coming out right now, this attack on CRT right now, that this is bigger than that. This is a rise of a white supremacy movement. We want our community, we want our political leaders to be informed as they're moving forward, and we want to organize against it. There's a lot of funding and support, particularly from Republican bases, against against truth telling, and it's rooted in anti-democracy as well. And we want our community to be well informed. We want our community to be active. We want our community members to see each other, see yourself in this fight. What are you doing to help unite us against this uprising in white supremacy? Because that is what this is really about. Okay, that's what this movement is really about. And we need as much of a sense of urgency as they have. We need to have that as well. And so we invite you to join us, join the other organizations, be more present in your community, and think about how are you fighting against this anti-truth telling, anti-democracy, pro-white supremacy movement. And we certainly as an organization offer ourselves to be a part of this journey. And there's other awesome organizations doing this work as well. If you believe in the work that We Are is doing as an anti-racist organization, feel free to support it financially. You can use the QR code that you see here in my Zoom background. You can go to our website, www.weare-nc.org, and make a donation there and support this work, support other grassroots organizations in your community that are, leading this fight. Support your local school systems and school leaders and your educators who are holding on, holding on these tough times, and who want to do what's right and who want to fight for a liberatory education. So again, I thank you all so much for joining us in our CRT Town Hall. We'll have more engagement moving forward with you all. Don't forget to visit letstalkracism.com to register for our conference in March, where we're continuing these conversations and what it actually looks like in practice in our schools. And so we thank you all so much. Feel free to reach out to us at admin@weare-nc.org. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe winter break.